Thousands of years before the formation of the Old Galactic Republic, the Qua species of Dathomir traveled across the galaxy through infinity gates, which allowed for instant transportation to other worlds. In service to the Celestials, a mysterious and powerful species of cosmic architects, the Qua were good-natured and generous, using their knowledge and advanced technology to teach less developed civilizations. Yet their kindness was eventually betrayed when they visited Rakata Prime, homeworld, to a fellow, though far less advanced, servant species of the Celestials. Learning that the Rakatans had great force potential, the Qua eagerly mentored them, only for their teachings to be abused and exploited. An aggressive, warlike, and cannibalistic people who ate their enemies, the Rakatans ignored the Qua's emphasis on balance in the Force, instead focusing entirely on the dark side, infusing it into their technology, which could feed on the negative emotions of those nearby. Expanding beyond their planet, the Rakatans engaged in a campaign of conquest, creating the Infinite Empire through brutal violence and subjugation, enslaving the species defeated. Though they plotted against each other and competed for authority, Rakatan hierarchy was largely respected, with an over-praetor at the top, while praetors served as imperial overseers and sub-praetors as commanders. Treating their slaves with callous disregard, many were chained to Rakatan ships so the dark side technology could slowly feed off their negative energy. However, occasionally a Force-sensitive slave stood out from the rest and was chosen as a Force Hound, trained as a highly skilled tracker and enforcer. Seeking to break free from the limitations of their spacefaring technology, the Empire tried to use Infinity Gates but were denied access by the Qua, who now realized the Rakatans were out of control. Going to war, Qua forces were soundly defeated, their homeworld conquered, and civilization devastated, but they nevertheless held off the enemy long enough to destroy or hide the last of their Infinity Gates, including the one on Rakata Prime, preventing the Empire from acquiring this potentially dangerous technology. Seeking alternative means to conquer the galaxy, the Empire built the Starforge, an automated factory producing ships and war materials, powered by a combination of energy from stars and the dark side of the Force. By around 28,000 BBY, the Empire defeated their greatest rivals, including the Qua of Dathomir, the Gree Enclave, and even their former celestial masters, to become the greatest superpower in the galaxy. They also defeated the mighty World Razor, a terrifying creature said to have consumed 1,000 worlds, keeping it on Belsavis, which became a prison planet housing many of their enemies. Among the many to name themselves adversaries of the Empire, the Eshka were among the most dangerous, a species of aggressive warriors which conquered half the galaxy and even attacked the Rakatans, openly challenging their dominance. Responding with a massive military fleet, the Empire nearly exterminated the Eshka, leaving those that remained in stasis on Belsavis. Continuing to expand, the Empire traveled to Korriban in 27,700 BBY and feigned friendship, teaching the great Sith King Adas to create a holocron, only to then launch a full-scale invasion. For a time, the Rakatan warlord Soa reigned over Korriban, but Adas refused to surrender and rallied the Sith people to rebel and drive the Empire from the planet. Although the king did not survive the campaign, his holocron was preserved and passed down through the generations. As for Soa, a legendary warlord said to have ruled 1,000 worlds, he eventually became too great a threat, leading his own people to lock him away in the Eternity Vault of Belsavis, alongside his infernal council of Sith traitors, who helped him govern Korriban. Expanding into the galactic core, the Empire conquered many worlds, including Coruscant, reaching the height of their power by 25,793 BBY, when Praetor Skal'nas attacked Tython, homeworld of the Jedi Order, a mixed species force-wielding people who trained in both the light and dark sides, maintaining a balance between them. Due to volatile hyperspace lanes in the core, finding the exact location of Tython was nearly impossible, and so the Rakatan Praetor Skal'nas sent his slave Zesh, a highly skilled Force Hound, to lead the way and infiltrate the Jedi Order, so he might later betray them and ensure Imperial victory. After Zesh completed his mission and the invasion was well underway, his master Skal'nas performed a ritual which sent a dark side wave so powerful it blinded all Jedi seers on Tython and blocked their connection to the Force. On the verge of defeat, the Jedi Order found the key to victory in an ancient holocron left behind by Anang of the Qua species, who explained that the Rakatans must be stopped from obtaining the Infinity Gate buried on Tython. Using an ancient defense system, the Jedi seer Tasha Rio sacrificed herself to activate Thoyor's ships, which unleashed a flurry of fire, destroying the Rakatan fleet and ending the invasion, while Skal'nas was betrayed and killed by his hound Zesh. Despite this failure, the Rakatans spread across the galaxy, deeply impacting the development of many planets and peoples, like when they installed a terraforming computer on Kashyyyk which malfunctioned, causing their Roshar trees to grow abnormally large, the introduction of a Rancor to Gamorre, creating a figure of myth within their history, and the invasion of Tatooine by Praetor Skal'nas, who turned it from a lush jungle world to a desert wasteland. Yet even after thousands of years, extending their reach as far as possible, the Infinite Empire inevitably entered a period of decline due to a fundamental flaw infused within their dark side technology, as it not only drained the energy of captive slaves, but also any Rakatans nearby, creating a deeply volatile and paranoid population, which turned on itself in vicious civil wars, while conquered slave species rebelled against their masters. Making matters worse, a terrible plague struck the Rakatans, severing their connection to the Force, weakening them substantially until 25,200 BBY, when the Empire collapsed and its people retreated to Rakata Prime. As war continued between their surviving factions, they devastated their homeworld, destroying cities and breaking apart continents until the planet consisted of small islands, populated by primitive tribes with no memory of their glorious past. All save for the Elder faction, descended from the Rakatan priest caste, which preserved their history. A reviled people, remembered as violent slavers, the Rakatans and their infinite empire played an important and consequential role in galactic history, with their knowledge and technology influencing many future events, including the rise of Darth Revan, who used the Starforge during the Jedi Civil War, over 20,000 years after its creation. In the wake of their retreat to Rakata Prime, the Hot Empire of the Outer Rim and Galactic Republic of the Core rose to supremacy, becoming long-lasting superpowers which ruled the galaxy for thousands of years to come. A special thanks to all those who contribute to Civilization X, like Lionel Storm, the Warhammer of Lightning, Mamoru, the Obscured Hermit Alchemist, Barian the Soft Bastard Beesbury, and Zong the Black Wolf. If you'd like to help the channel, be sure to give a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and click on the links below, or else go to patreon.com/civilizationx, where you can gain early access to videos, vote on future content, and watch the Patreon-only series, Heroes of Lore and Legend.